What if I told you that there is yet another physical 3DS game releasing in 2022? You might not believe me, but alas, it is true. Let's talk about it. Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Botox Media. Today we are talking about Andro Dunos 2, a new shmup releasing on the 3DS physically later this year. So yesterday I posted a video talking about Fragrant Story, which was just announced yesterday. It's a new tactical RPG from Squire Games. Looks really cool. Go check out that video if you want more information on that, if tactical RPGs are your thing. Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy Tactics, obviously very inspired by that, with some music by the guy that did music for Final Fantasy Tactics. So really cool stuff. Go check out that video. But today we're going to talk about Andro Dunos 2. So this is a shmup being published by Just for Games and published physically by Pixelheart. Now, if that name sounds familiar, if you've been on the channel for a bit, this is going to be a spoiler alert for one of my next pickup videos. Pixelheart did limited run Wii U games a year or two ago. So they only released them in Europe as like a European copy with like a PAL rating, PEGI rating. But here's one of them. This is Shmup Collection, so they definitely have a thing for shmups over there. This was a limited run game they did. I think it was limited to 3,000 copies. And the cool thing about this is it even has like this hollow, like very limited looking thing where it says exactly what number copy this is. Mine is 2,304 out of 3,000. So really cool stuff. They're doing this new game called Andro Dunos 2. Andro Dunos 2 is a shmup sequel to, I didn't know this, to a game that came out in 1992, published by SNK. So this was a pretty well-known shmup apparently. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not a huge shmup player. I don't know much about shmups. I'm not in the shmup community, despite having Shmup Collection for Wii U. But it is really cool to see an old game like this get a sequel in modern times, and the cool thing is, it's actually already out on Switch, and maybe other platforms, but I know for sure Switch, because the fine people over at Just for Games actually sent me a code so I could check out the game, and I played it. And like I said, not huge in the shmups. I don't really play them. They're fine. I was having a really good time with it. There's 10 stages, really cool boss fights, fun power-ups. It was a lot of fun. I need to play more of it. I only played the first couple of stages, but check out Andro Dunos 2 on Switch if you don't want to wait. But it is coming physically on the 3DS. And I know most of my subscribers are 3DS collectors, so you're going to get that 3DS version most likely. Also worth noting real quick is they are also releasing it on the Dreamcast, which is awesome. So keep that in mind. They're doing a lot of limited physical stuff with this game. So I'm looking at Pixelheart's website right now. I already pre-ordered it. There's a North American version as well as a European version. I opted for the North American version, obviously. But it is interesting that they have that option, whereas they did not have that for they did Shmup Collection as well as Finding Teddy 2 back in 2020, I believe, maybe 2021. So very cool. They're giving us the option. I believe it's limited. Yeah, it's limited to 6,000 copies. I do wonder if that's between ESRB and PEGI ratings, or if that's just 6,000 US copies, 6,000 PAL copies. We'll see how that goes. It's probably 6,000 of each, so 12,000 total. This game doesn't seem like it's going to be that limited, but still, it is a new physical 3DS game in 2022 nonetheless. And I was actually looking at some of the reviews for this game, and like I said, I played it, but I'm not a huge shmup fan. But even just Nintendo Life, just going off their review, they give it a 9 out of 10. So it is seemingly a very well-esteemed game. I do need to play it more, like I said. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know about this. This is awesome. I am loving the current race we're seeing between a bunch of these smaller indie devs to get their last games out on 3DS. Last week I did a video talking about Sungrand Studios and their push to release 4 3DS games and 3 Wii U games before the eShop closes. The guy over there, Jarrell, he's working hard to get all the games pushed through cert for Nintendo and get them approved, which is really cool. Go check out his channel. He's been doing update videos. It's really cool to kind of see his process. That man is really dedicated. He's working really hard to get those games ready, so go check out that. Those are going to be digital only. And then, like I mentioned, we have Squire Games releasing Fragrant Story physically next month with a really cool collector's edition, as well as like a soundtrack CD version, and really cool stuff there. And then, of course, now we have, this one was actually announced before, but we also have Just for Games and Pixelheart doing this limited release for Andro Dunos 2, a very classic-inspired pixel-based shmup, which is just awesome. 3DS had pretty decent shmups, I'm pretty sure. I think Nano Assault Neo on there, if you can count that. That was like a 3D shmup by Shannon. That was really good. I think the physical version of that game actually fetches a pretty high price. But yeah, this is just super cool to see. I wanted to let you guys know. I've gotten a couple comments about this. I'm sorry I forget the name of the person that first alerted me to this game, because I didn't know about it, but someone commented about it, and I was like, oh crap. I need this. So I immediately pre-ordered the game and actually reached out for a code, and then they sent me that. So very much, very much gratitude over to the folks at Just for Games for letting me check out the game. Maybe I'll do more videos on it closer to when it comes out on 3DS. Having it on Switch is nice. Played a few levels. As a 3DS content creator at this point, do want to play that 3DS version. It's gonna feel so good on the 3DS. So yeah. Just wanted to make a short video letting you guys know about this. Really cool stuff. Let me know if you're interested in any of these games down in the comments below. Seemingly, so Fragrant Story is coming out in April. Andro Dunos, I think, is slated for Q3. We'll see if that happens. I think it actually just says backorder on the website, so we'll see if this ends up truly being the last physical 3DS game. I was doing some research on Squire Games, the creator there. It's like a one-man team who just freelances, like, composers and all that stuff, I think. He has a Patreon, and I was looking. It looks like he's trying to get other 3DS games published this year physically. He has a very Earthbound-inspired RPG coming out, so check that out also. Really cool stuff. So this might not end up being the final 3DS game, but it is currently the final physical 3DS game announced, and that is sick. Like I said, I love to see all these smaller teams really making this push to get these last games out before the 3DS eShop closes, before the Wii U eShop closes, although I think Wii U is pretty much past its point, at least in terms of physical games, which is disappointing. I would have loved to see like a final Wii U game get physical released. And then one last thing before I leave off here. One game, and this is pure speculation, pure speculation, that I would not be surprised if we get a surprise physical release for 3DS this year, is Shakedown Hawaii. So if you don't know V-Blank, they did Retro City Rampage and Shakedown Hawaii. Really pretty popular games. People know these games. GTA 1 and 2 inspired games. Top-down little GTA clones. This man released Shakedown Hawaii on the Wii in like 2019, 2020. Knowing him, or not knowing him, but seeing what he's done in the past, I would not be surprised if we try to get a physical release out for Shakedown Hawaii this year before it is no more. He did it on Vita, I'm pretty sure. I think he got Shakedown Hawaii physically in Europe on Wii? I'm pretty sure it was something weird like that. I'm not sure the exact specifics, but I would not be shocked to see Shakedown Hawaii come to 3DS physically. It's already on the eShop digitally. That being said, it was a very late 3DS eShop release, so pure speculation. It would be cool to see Shakedown Hawaii get a physical 3DS release. It has a Wii U release. I'm pretty sure it has a Wii release in Europe. So really cool stuff. That's it for me here today, guys. Just want to do some little speculation here and talk about Andro Dunos too, because it's really cool to see these final 3DS games getting physical releases, as well as the final digital games with Silver Falls and Sungrand Studios doing that stuff over there. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to subscribe, share it around with your friends, all that fun stuff. Follow me on Twitter at BoTalksMedia. Let me know down in the comments below, are you picking up Andro Dunos 2? Are you picking up any of these other limited games or final eShop releases, like the Silver Fall games or any of this stuff? Let me know. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.